wonder why some messages from Spirit feel crystal clear, while others come through feeling like static? If you're developing your mediumship or psychic abilities, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Emily from Connected Intuition, and I'm here today to talk about the ways to get more crystal clear information from Spirit. Clarity starts with connection. The deeper the bond that you share with Spirit and the universe, the clearer the messages will become. My first tip is to sit in the power, not just once, but often. In the beginning, just with no agenda, just sit to feel the power of the universe wash over you. And I have a great sitting in the power meditation, which I will email to you if you sign up for my newsletter on my website. There's also a ton of available sitting in the power exercises here on YouTube. When you do this for the first time and for subsequent times, just feel the energy. Let it wrap around you, let it teach you. When you're a little further along, set the intention to build on that bond. Ask Spirit to guide you. Practice holding that link with Spirit and stretch it longer and longer each time. As you're sitting in the power, you can then work on things like the clairs with the Spirit and ask them to have you see, hear, feel, smell things together, blending together with the energy of Spirit as you're sitting in the power. My next tip is to practice. Test that clarity. So if you sit with someone that you don't know, you can tune into them psychically. So essentially reach the energy of yourself into the energy of theirs and get information about their life. As you're getting that information, give those bits and pieces to the sitter that's sitting in front of you and have them verify with just a simple yes, no, or maybe. If you're beyond that point and you've done that a few times and gotten a couple of really strong yeses that you can build off of, ask Spirit to go a little deeper. So if Spirit is showing you that they're struggling at this time in their life, ask Spirit why. Ask Spirit what emotions they're feeling. Ask Spirit what might help them. Let that story unfold and stop and get that yes, no, or maybe from the sitter right in front of you. Well, you'll need a partner to do that form of validation where you get information, give it to them, and they say yes, no, or maybe. You can still practice the clairs on your own. One simple one that I love to do is envisioning that you've got a lemon right in front of you. You see it, you can feel the outside of it, you can taste it, and walk yourself through all of those sensations of looking at it, cutting it, eating it, hearing the noises that come along with eating a lemon. All of those sensations will help you kind of clarify the clairs. Another tip that I teach in my classes is to take one little bit of information and ask Spirit to expand on it. So if Spirit gives you a boat, for example, you would ask Spirit, how do I feel about this boat? What does this boat symbolize? If it's a calm sailing boat down a calm river and you feel completely at ease and the day is warm and the breeze smells great, that's a very different experience than you're riding the waves up and down choppy water, there's a storm, the boat feels like it's going to tip over. Those are two different stories that you're telling. So you can ask Spirit for more information about that little kernel that you get at the beginning to have it blossom into a bigger story. Another tip I like to give is if Spirit is giving you fuzziness, like you're sensing that, let's say you've got a spirit contact and they're coming through fuzzy, if you name that sensation, so I am getting that this is fuzzy around this person, that could be evidence for you. That could be meaning that there was either dementia or medication or something towards the end where the person was not 100% clear themselves. Usually, once you've named that fuzziness, the story then becomes much clearer and Spirit will give you much clearer information. If you're still getting fuzziness after you've named the fuzziness, then it's time to strengthen that link again and build up the power like sitting in the power and really ask Spirit to come closer, feel that power, build, reestablish that link, and then restart the conversation with the loved one who's passed and see if you can then get additional information. Another tip is to teach Spirit how you like to be communicated to and the best way that they can give you the information. So if you're still experiencing fuzziness, you can say to Spirit, this is fuzzy for me, I'm not understanding. You can say, can you try coming closer? Can you give it to me another way? Can you give it to me in a different clair? Can you try a different way to communicate with me? And then see if it's coming through clearer. If that's the case, then tell Spirit, that was much better. I like my communication that way. I am able to understand you much better when you speak to me in this way. For me, I like to get a lot of information clairaudiently because it is words and I can repeat those words exactly. But sometimes when you're dealing with an emotional situation, it's best to ask, can you give me an emotion around this situation so that I understand if the words you're saying are meant positively, negatively? How should I suss out this story by adding on additional information? Is use Spirit as your best teacher. If you're having trouble, go to Spirit, sit in the power, return back to that clean place where you and Spirit are connecting in that most beautiful way, and ask for help. They will come to you and help you in the best way possible. They can also help you with bigger, broader questions about how best to move forward in your life, about what is working for you in this spiritual practice. You can ask them all of these questions while you sit in the power. My last piece of advice is to find a great teacher. It's always great to find someone whose mediumship and psychic abilities work similarly to you. And it's also great to find a mediumship or psychic teacher who works completely opposite from you. It's a great kind of experiment in what works and what doesn't, and different methodologies to having great, clear communication. Thanks for spending time with me today. I'm Emily. Stay connected with Connected Intuition, and I'll see you next time.